Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of the Studs Up podcast. Once again, we're going to start by doing a very special podcast this week with my co-host here, SimonSays. I am Garfield. Now, you might have heard the last podcast where SimonSays quizzed me. What'd you quiz me on?
I grilled you on the number of games, people who've done more than 500 Premier League appearances.
Yeah, I didn't do amazingly well at that, but I did do quite well at the dual Premier League winners.
Correct. You nailed that one. You completely nailed it.
Yeah, players that have won the Premier League at more than one club during the Premier League era. So this week, I thought I'd quiz SimonSays on this little nugget. The players that have won the Golden Boot in the Premier League era.
That sounds awful. He sprung this on me, and I'm sitting to myself, I'm like, oh yeah, this sounds easy. And I started rattling off some names in my head, and I got to about 5 or 6, and I just stopped dead. I genuinely couldn't think of it anymore.
And then just before we turned the mics on, he said, oh, by the way, how many players are there? 20.
I nearly died.
It's all right. You can do this. You can do this.
Okay, I started jotting some names down. Hopefully I can...
All right. Well, let's kick it off. What do you think?
All right. Well,
who are you going to go with?
My thought process for this is that I've got to think of the obvious names and get them out of the way first, and then kind of struggle with the less obvious.
I think that's the way to go.
Thierry Henry has to be one of them.
Thierry Henry, 4-time winner.
Okay, so he had to
Easy.
be there. Your favourite player of all time, Wayne Rooney.
No.
He's never topped it?
No.
Okay.
Rooney has never done it.
Is that why he's not your favourite player?
Yeah. Please.
Okay, so I've got to find another one for there. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ronaldo! Yes, he won it in 2007 and 8. By the way, 31 goals that year.
Oh.
That is ridiculous, isn't it?
That is nuts. Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Ruud! Yep, he did it. 2003-4. Only did it once. I was actually surprised.
That's it.
Well, because it was like Henry, Van Nistelrooy, Henry.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Remember when he had that great battle when he was always
gosh.
like just one goal off Henry, and it was like, what? You both scored like 27 goals. What?
I'm with you.
Yeah.
That's pretty nuts, actually, when you.
Yeah,
put it
you've
like
kind
that.
of, you've just done like almost every player from 2007 to 2001. You've nearly just
Wow,
you've
they
only, you're only
dominated
missing
that
one,
much.
Yeah, you're only missing one player in that period.
Goodness me. Okay, let me throw Andy Cole's name in there.
Andy Cole. Yep, 93-94.
Yeah. Robbie Fowler.
Robbie Fowler has never done it.
Oh, damn. He would have been close.
He would have been, yeah. He might have been in 92-93. Michael Owen has done it a couple of times,
Yes, he has, yes. Alan Shearer.
Alan Shearer, 3 times back-to-back.
Okay. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank.
Jimmy Floyd,
Yes.
2-timer, yes.
Okay. I'm just writing these down so I don't go over
Yeah,
them.
absolutely. You know what I love about Owen, by the way? He did it in 97-98. And then, because there's a couple
That's
of like
when
dual...
he also got nominated for the Ballon d'Or, was it?
Yep, the Ballon d'Or. And he won that one year.
Did, yeah.
Yep.
Still amazes me, though. But anyway. Moving on.
Yep.
I would also like to say... I'm stalling.
Yeah. Think.
Darren Bent.
Darren Bent has never won the Golden Boot. But think like in...
Dion Dublin.
Awesome get. Yes. But... And here's where it does get a little bit tricky for you.
What?
He was tied
Garfield?
that year with Michael Owen and one other striker. The year was 97-98. Yep, 97-98.
Okay. Dennis Bergkamp.
No.
Okay.
He's not the striker that would immediately spring to mind, but if you think of a team...
Is Dennis Bergkamp on the list?
No.
Okay.
If you think of a player that would have been big at that time for a club that was pretty damn good and around that era, but now not so good. Does that help you at all?
They were good in that era, but not so good now. Let me come back to that.
Okay, yeah.
Les Ferdinand.
Les never did it.
Never did it.
No.
Damn, I would have bet anything. I mean, he's
I
got
know.
so many goals.
I know, but never the Golden Boot.
I mean, having said that, Ryan Giggs has a lot of goals, and he never.
And
got the
yeah,
Golden Boot,
not even close, really.
Yeah, no. It's just because he was there
Yeah.
for 150 years.
Yeah. Okay, you've got
Drogba.
like Drogba, yes, twice. Yes.
Okay. How many have I got now? I've got...
You've got quite a few.
What have we got? Like 10.
But basically,
No,
you've got
nine.
none from 2010 onwards. You're missing all
yeah,
the modern.
I'm trying to start with where my memory's most foggy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm trying to knock those off, but
Yep.
I'm not. Okay, how about Van Persie?
Van Persie twice. Yep.
Yeah. I knew he'd be in there.
Twice, back to back, but for different clubs.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Is that the first time?
I think that's the only time.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else.
No.
who
I
would have
can't.
done that.
No, I'm just looking down the list. Oh, no. I'll tell you what. Alan Shearer. Blackburn
you're right.
to
Yep.
Newcastle.
Okay,
Yep.
fair enough. So there is two.
Yep.
Okay. Well, obviously Luis Suarez,
Suarez. Yep.
because he's my boy. Well, was. I still is. I love the guy. I don't
Bitey
care.
McBitison.
I love him.
Yeah,
I love him. I don't
know.
care. I wish he bit your head off.
Oh. All right, Evander. Just calm down over there.
I would support him. Oh, jeez, who was it? Was it
Okay.
Kane or was it Vardy last season? I'm gonna say Kane.
It was Kane.
Yeah.
Yes, nice. Okay, so you've got quite a few
So I've
here.
got 12.
Yeah, you've got quite a few. Now it does get a little bit harder.
Yes, of course it does.
Okay,
Because
so,
that's how you
so-
roll.
No, so you're missing.
Because you are
Think-
you know who you are.
Who?
You are John Terry, a known bastard. He sleeps with people's
You
wives.
take that back, sir. You take that back.
I meant every word. Write in. Tell us what you think.
Wow.
Garfield.
Ooh,
Garfield
jeez.
Terry.
Okay, that
Part of
nickname
the
is
Terry
not,
clan.
is not sticking.
Okay.
Okay, you're missing, think, two big...
Tell me not Teddy Sheringham. Damn it. All right, Sheringham. This must have been a really shit year that year.
Oh, the first year of the Premier League.
Oh, yeah.
He got
when-
22 goals
when
for
no one
Tottenham.
existed. Yeah.
Oh, come on. Shearer
Okay,
was still
I'm
booting
also
around.
going to say, I think that, what's his name, the German guy?
Klinsmann.
Klinsmann, Jürgen. No, wasn't
No.
he? Okay. I know he was
Excellent
close.
guess. Excellent guess, though.
Because he had a 21 or a 22 goal
excellent
season that
guess.
was close.
Yeah.
Okay. So
But I
not
think he
him.
was in one of those years when Shearer was just getting 34. And you
David
just go,
Ginola?
No, Ginola
No,
never.
he never
He
top
was
scored.
Football Writers Player of the Year, and I think 98, 99.
No.
Yeah.
That year. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay. Do you
let
want
me
some?
go-
Do you want a couple of hints?
Let me go through the memory bank. I'm going to just roll back the years and think to myself.
Well, you've only got three kind of old
the
players.
years that Chelsea was dominant. Drogba was there.
And there's another one.
There was definitely another player, and I'm
Yep.
just trying to recall who it was. 'Cause
He had
sure
one
as hell, sure as hell wasn't Shevchenko.
No, but he had one great year in 08-09. One amazing. And by the way, he only scored 19 goals. It's low for a Golden Boot.
So it wasn't Robben that year.
No.
Okay, but it was when he was there.
He might have just moved to Madrid, I think.
Okay, shit.
I think he moved in 08 to Madrid. You can write in and correct me on that. Sorry if I've got that year
Is
wrong.
Dwight Yorke in that list?
Dwight Yorke is
Yeah.
there. Dwight Yorke in 98-99.
So I'm down to. I've got 14 of 20. That's not horrible.
You've done incredibly well. Now, you've still got three from the last kind of
recent
5-6
recent times.
years.
Gotcha.
okay,
so
and two of them are
United-
massive. Two of them are massive City strikers.
Oh yeah, Sergio Aguero.
Aguero's
Of course,
one.
I love
Yep.
him.
He was
had
14,
to be,
15.
Had to be Aguero.
Yep.
Um,
Another big name. He actually tied this year with a United player. A City player and a United player. The season was
I presume
2011.
I presume he no longer plays for City, so
He does not.
that would mean
He has close ties, though, to Manchester. But in not the way that I mean it. He's very much hated on one side of it.
Tevez.
Tevez.
Yeah. He did golden booted, did he? I actually don't recall.
He
that.
tied with another player from Manchester United that year.
Gotcha.
And again, not the player that you might think, but when you work it out, it's pretty obvious.
Okay, so that Tevez era, the
2010-11.
strikers at United were Rooney and
Big signing, huge signing at the time. Everyone thought, final piece of the jigsaw.
not
Say it.
Forlan.
No.
Like, because that guy barely scored one goal, right?
Not
He's
Diego
got like
Forlan.
5 goals in his whole
I know,
career.
until he moved to Spain, and then
Yeah.
he just crushed
At
everyone.
Villarreal or
Yeah, and then at Atletico.
Atletico, yeah, he nailed it there.
And he got Golden Boot, 3 times, I think.
Yeah. So it's basically United crushed him.
Crushed him. I think he just felt the pressure a little bit
Goodness
there.
me.
2010-11.
20
Huge signing at the time. It was...
for United. as
yeah, it was
well.
about a $30 million
Shows how much I
signing.
care about United.
I know. It's about 30 million.
Goodness me.
30.75 million, I think.
That's quite a lot
Mm.
of money, especially then.
And it was before Van Persie.
Yeah, trying to think. What happened to him? He left.
He left. It was considered that he didn't quite suit the club, even though when he first joined, he was thought to be the new Eric Cantona.
Nationality?
Bulgarian?
No way. Berbatov?
Yep.
Wow, that must have been a really disappointing year.
20 goals. 20 goals that season.
Oh, that's low.
Yeah.
Don't most of these guys get 25 to 30 pretty much to get to that level?
Well, like, have a look. There's been some really lean years, particularly around there, actually. So after Ronaldo did 31, the player that we haven't got yet from Chelsea got 19. Then Drogba got 29, but after that, Tevez and Berbatov that year tied with 20. And then it skipped straight back to Tevez 30, Van Persie 30, Van Persie 26, Suarez 31, Aguero 26.
See, this sounds like
There's-
real top goal scorers.
Yeah, there's there's only one person on this list. There's only 3 left. One has 30 goals.
Mm-hmm.
30.
And he's from when?
He's from 99-2000.
Okay, 2000.
I would consider him the 3rd hardest on the list, but you've probably got the 2nd hardest, I think, in Dion Dublin. The other one from 97-98. All right, so I'm just trying to think of how I can sell this to you. He was part of an amazing strike partnership with another guy who'd appeared on this list many times for a Premier League winning team. But that player left for a world record fee. He still remained in the Premier League, but he left for a world record fee. But this player somehow still managed to get a golden boot with 18 goals in 97-98. He's English. It's very hard.
English. 2000.
Because I'm like you, I would have gone with Les Ferdinand or any of
I
those
would've- I
guys
would've bet my left nut
before
over
this
this
guy.
guy.
Before this guy.
Oh my goodness.
He had kind of 4 amazing years where he was very good, but he's no longer considered. The annals of time have not treated him very well.
Right. How old was he then? Was he young?
He would have been in his kind of prime years, I'm thinking. He's like mid to late 20s.
I don't know if I'm going to get this
But
one.
he's moved-
Did he play for England?
Yeah, but not very many times.
Defoe?
No, good guess.
I thought Defoe might have been up there, to be honest. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's just
no, I get
every
that.
year he's
I know.
somewhere.
He's just Mr. 12 to 13 every
12 to
year.
13 adds up over 100 seasons. No, I don't think I'm going to get these last 3.
Okay. The one from 97-98 with 18 goals, Chris Sutton.
Oh, yeah. Once you
Yeah.
say it.
Yeah.
The
Now,
Blackburn man.
yeah. Now I'm going to skip the one with 30 goals and go to the one from 2008-9 for Chelsea. He's French. Nothing?
He's French.
Not
Anelka.
Anelka.
Oh, God.
Nicholas
Not
Anelka.
Lassalk.
Yep.
That actually
the
annoys
Incredible
me
Sulk.
that he actually has a
Yeah.
golden boot.
The Incredible Sulk.
He probably cried about it.
Yep. He would have too. And the last one from 99-2000, I forgot this when I was going through my list. And as soon as I spotted his name, I went, oh, of course, that amazing season when Kevin Phillips
Oh, gosh. Kevin.
scored 30 goals
the
in a
big
season.
Kef for the team that you hate and the
I
city
do
that
not
you
hate them. No, that's not true.
Right in.
Just-
Tell us how much you hate Garfield for that. Do
How'd you turn that one? You were the one that hated Sunderland.
you see what I did there?
Wow. Remember
Kevin
that? Remember
Phillips.
that he was playing with
Yep.
Niall Quinn?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm there.
Niall
I'm there.
Quinn.
That was a good side.
Yeah.
Kevin Kilbane was
They
still
finished
there.
4th, I think,
they
that
were great.
season.
They were excellent back
Yeah.
then. I mean, that was the time where the northern rivalry was just
Yeah,
insane
was
because
amazing.
Sunderland just came through. And didn't they only get promoted the year before?
Yeah, they
that?
did, and then they finished.
Yeah, that's right.
In I think 4th that season, or somewhere like that. Like it was right near the top.
I wasn't guessing it, but once you said it, it was there. Hey, I'm happy. I did 17 of 20.
I told you you'd do well.
that
Give it a
was
bit of
much
thought.
better than I expected.
Yeah, no, well done.
To be honest, some of them
That's
just
pretty good.
flowed.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of get the first
You're in
few
trouble
pretty
next
easy.
week.
Oh no! What
It's
are you going to do?
I don't know, but it's going to be a lot harder.
I was nice to you this week. I thought that was okay.
Yeah, you know what? You're dead. You're a dead man. I'm
Really?
making the dead sign.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you in the city of Sunderland. Dead
Why
to
are
me.
you threatening? Why are you threatening the city of? Right in, Sunderland fans.
Sorry,
Tell us what
Sunderland.
you'd like me to do to Garfield.
Oh, wow. Okay. Sorry, Sunderland. I love you. Anyway, thanks so much for tuning into the podcast. We're going to do a review and preview podcast for the next games round coming up very soon. We hope you enjoyed it. Hey, by the way, if you do have some sadistic examples that you'd like to give Simon Says so that he can royally roast me next week, just go to our Facebook page. You can type in Studs Up. It comes straight up. You can leave some comments, leave some likes, have a listen on there if you want.
Send us a message.
Yeah, that'd be great. Or go straight to our website. It's studsup